ending. We did it. We did it, Stampede. We did it, grasshoppers. We did it, Joe. We did it. Thank you, God. I don't have to work at the Sunflower Cafe anymore, where that manager with the side pony disrespected me. Thank you, God, for not letting me be with that man from Mumble who forgot his wallet. Thank you, God. No, seriously. Do you see a hard wig? I didn't have to get a hard wig to get this, what you would call a soft life. All I had to do was answer God's call. All right? But I'm gonna be real with you guys. Because this is a Christian channel and not, you know, a whatever you would call it, like a worldly whatever channel, I am not gonna promote this so-called soft life because we're doing this through Christ. It's not a soft life. It's not. I don't know what you would call it. It's a soft pretzel life, all right? Because there will be good days, all right? We celebrate. But because we're Christians, we're called to do things that are difficult. This twist happens a lot, all right? You may not see it, but I'm living through one right now. I think it is fascinating how in 1 year, I walked away from my larger channel. I burnt some bridges, you know, I lost a ton of friends who didn't respect my beliefs, didn't respect my values. They clown me. They're very comfortable mocking Christianity, mocking any dose of conservatism, any dose of logic or anything normal, honestly. I basically walked away from a gold mine. If I shut my mouth, if I stayed in the city, if I laid low, if I never spoke my truth, I would continue making tons of money. Guys, I said this before, I don't make 40K a month anymore. I don't, all right? I still make a generous living. But I gave up so much because God told me there is something so bigger for you. I have such a bigger plan, you know? I'm hungry, I need to go eat dinner, but all I wanna say is this post-swimming rant. Don't swim in the ocean at night, there's sharks. Is that whatever you think you can do on your own, God can do it so much better and with so much more ease, all right? Just know that, all right? I know there might be a video here on the side suggesting, you know, manifestation to get your dream life, and you can do everything. You should be setting goals for yourself, but at the end of the day, there's only so much you can do on your own. You know, I love self-improvement books, I love hearing about it, but in a self-improvement book or self-improvement channel, you are the hero of your own journey in this book. But, you know, God is bigger than us. I gave up so much, and I actually got my happy ending as soon as I gave up and surrendered to Him. And now I'm sitting here with a flawless Dominican blowout, about to tear up some delicious sushi by the Atlantic Ocean. Good night, everybody. We'll continue this vlog tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna act like I'm not scared of heights for a second. All right, I'm done. I can't believe it. I think it actually feels nice outside. Oh. Don't get comfortable though. Oh. Don't get, we still gotta go back to the north. Greetings, grasshoppers, from Country Club Drive. If you see me, say hello. I've had some subscribers say hello. All right. I need to continue this rant because I can't help but notice some of the comments which have an underlying theme of self-doubt, maybe, wrapped in the form of a compliment, right? Meaning, I counted like 56 comments today on both channels. Wow, it's so nice to see Black women just being themselves. Wow, I love this kind of Black woman experience. I love this Black girl. It's so nice to see a Black girl just do her thing. And I'm like, but why? It is 2024. You know, I see one behind me too. She's a Black girl. I don't know if she would agree with this, but to me, it's just outrageously silly to think that we can't do something because of the way we look. Like, we are living in different realities, my friends. If the two people walking by me just said, you know, hello, good morning, and kept it moving, I
would just think that they're probably, I don't know, content with themselves, they're exercising, and I would assume maybe only that they live here. I wouldn't assume anything else. Just like people are driving by right now and they don't know anything about me. They really don't. So, that is thunder. I don't know if you guys heard that. There's thunder. What I'm trying to tell you is, unless you let other people on into the fact that you are insecure or lacking confidence or feeling like you're not worthy, no one else is gonna know. And it honestly, guys, I mean this with love. I say this with love. Like, I love my supporters on this channel. I love the people who come here. And I'm, I'm encouraging you to think about this. There's no other group of women or men, there's no other ethnic group that is expected to act a certain way necessarily. Mine is maybe Asians, all right? They got something going on there. And Latino, whatever. The point is, why is it that, white folks are allowed to be country, punk, rock, preppy, or whatever they want to be, but apparently black women are supposed to act a certain way? And at the same time, see, people don't like when I say this because it's the truth. At the same time, as a whole, black Americans hate to be stereotyped, right? No one likes stereotypes. But then people get upset when we don't act like them. So I'm like, make it make sense, please. For me, make it make sense, all right? Which one is it? Again, I mean this with love and respect. I just find it very frustrating because when you put out there, oh, I'm surprised to see one of us not act like a clown or something, you're letting other people in on this thing that we're not supposed to be elegant, smart, capable, well-traveled, or whatever it is that you want to be. Don't be telling them all that stuff. You're implanting ideas into their head. Again, I don't mind if you comment this, but just keep in mind, why are we still commenting this in 2024? And I'm not making any promises. I'm not saying by simply, following Jesus and watching my videos and just feeling confident is going to immediately get you onto Country Club Drive, for example. But dear woman watching this, let your imagination run free, all right? Call yourself out if your plans are too delusional, but don't let anybody ever tell you that you don't deserve something, you're not capable because of the way that you look or because of where you started, all right? It's it. And don't argue with me. Argue with your auntie with the mustache. Okay, people love to say, oh, Kelly Steps. But you don't know how hard my life is. It's not easy like yours. Guess who made my life easy? Guess who decided to start the YouTube channel to kickstart this path of being an aspiring retiree, okay? Guess who decided all this? Me, because I didn't want to repeat the toxic example set before me, all right? Yes, I grew up in a pretty comfortable life, in Los Angeles, but it was not going to be the case if my mom didn't make certain choices that were uncomfortable and honestly bewildering to others, such as the ones I'm making right now, which is you have to do what you have to do to better your life. And if she listened to people who were like, I don't know, for example, you'll never be able to leave Selma, Alabama. You'll never be able to leave, growing up in this hardened place and whatever, I wouldn't be here right now. I just refuse to be a part of the cycle. Our ancestors, our mothers, our grandmothers, great-great-grandmothers, they didn't go through all that fighting for nothing. You think I'm gonna sit there and be miserable for the rest of my life because of what went down in the past? Please understand, we need to fight. We need to keep fighting the good fight, whatever that means to you in your own life. I'm not going to take the approach of saying, oh, just stop talking about it. Stop talking about, racism, sexism. I'm more like I'm taking action and I'm doing the best with what I got, like Mariah Carey said in that performance. Time to shower. Hello, grasshoppers. I am out the shower and I just made some art over here. I had to mix these two foundations to create the perfect color to fit me. Just like I said, what you see on social media, what's popular right now, what you see in podcasts is a very different path for most that may not fit you because you are made in God's image. And you have to understand something. As his princess, okay, or his prince, hello, if you're watching, as his princesses, it is your duty to, I guess,
get on your knees nightly and just say, you know what, God, hello. As you're on my knees right now, you say, please recreate maybe Jesus's character in me. Recreate his image in me. How do I become more like Jesus? Okay. Not literally, I don't have to look like him. You know, he's not smearing on foundation to cover his hyperpigmentation. But I just mean God will soften your heart. He will. If you are an actual person practicing and reading the word, I think that he will soften your heart, which means in turn, you will become more effortlessly feminine. You don't have to force it. You don't need to go buy a book on how to be feminine. You certainly don't need to buy a course. I think it is within you, and he will soften your heart. Your desires will change so dramatically if you literally just start spending time with him. And that's how I feel. But for this video, I just had to say that to end it. Because like I said before, I can't relate to the mindset of like, oh, you know, you're black, therefore you're supposed to act, I don't know, hard or something, or you're a black woman, it's so shocking to see a black woman. Like, do you really think when we go to heaven, God's gonna be like, and you, black woman, you're very pretty for a black girl, you can enter. Like, I just can't relate. And I don't care what anyone says. I know that we're in clown world. Most people are like, oh, what Kelly Stamps is saying is, you know, it's not right, and we have to acknowledge our differences. You have to acknowledge this, acknowledge it all you want, but the truth still stands. We are created in his image, and it is not in his plans for you to suffer and have your entire identity be consumed of suffering. And again, I'm not promoting, you know, necessarily a luxury life. Mine just happens to be, luxury, you know, that's just it. I'm promoting a life of rest, of softness, being in touch with yourself, discovering hobbies. People always say, I love watching you ice skate because it inspires me to go take a lesson. Maybe you should. It's actually a very elegant, graceful hobby. Minus when you're falling on your butt and it hurts and you break your tailbone, but you know, you can wear pink pants when you fall because it's cute. I don't know. I strongly think there's a correlation between following Christ or just being remotely interested. If you're, you know, a lot of my viewers here aren't Christian, so you're not like exactly on the same path, but like, I just think a lot of women are waking up to this. They're realizing we're tired of acting like men. We're tired of just forcing ourselves to do something that is just not natural, right? I just have this profound interest in wearing dresses more often. Nothing's wrong with pants. I think they're leg prisons. Wearing dresses, smelling good, looking good. And I have this just natural urge to nurture, which is already there. But I spent my early 20s being selfish, which was needed to build this cushion that I'm living on. But now it's just time for the next step. It's time to really just surrender, which I did. But we'll talk about it in a different video. Goodbye. My knees hurt.